52 SCVs. Income should still be pretty similar though, and it looks like minerals and gas are just about even for both players. Upgrades still rolling for everybody. Armor level 1 coming for NaDa. He's already got his weapons finished, as does Tester. What is NaDa doing over here? He landed his factory just to make sure Tester doesn't end up over there with a warp prism. But then he took it off again and is going to use it for some more scouting. This Reaper is still just patrolling around. I like that. He's keeping tabs on both of these bases to make sure that Tester is staying right where he wants him. Look at that. He's got really good map vision right now. NaDa, just parking all his thousands of units here, is doing a great job seeing every move that Tester could possibly make. He's at 193 supply against 199 supply. These armies cannot stay maxed for too long. It's just inefficient. So we'll see what ends up happening. NaDa accidentally picks up a Marauder and drops him back down. We'll see what happens. Phoenixes, here we go. Oh, so many Phoenixes here blasting through the Vikings. All these tier 1 units in a great concave. It's very, very difficult to see everything that's going on right now. I'll put away that protection tab. Force field's going down, but the Colossi are all way over on the left here, not really killing off everything they could be. These Phoenixes did a great job clearing out all of those Phoenixes, though. I mean, the Phoenixes did a great job clearing out all of those Vikings, and now NaDa is on the run through the middle of the map. Tester doing a very easy cleanup there, breaking out. He had more than enough Phoenixes to take care of that with those Protoss air weapons level 1, certainly helping out in that encounter. Blasting all those Vikings down very quickly, and the Colossi with their extended thermal lances just took out a ton of tier 1 units there of NaDa. So Tester feels comfortable expanding to this high yield. NaDa, of course, did finally make an orbital command there at his high yield and is making a 4th base up at the top natural on Lost Temple. So Tester, what are you going to be doing next? We can pull that production tab back up now. I kind of wanted to hide it during that giant fight. Oh, we have ghosts coming now for NaDa. He does have that engineering bay, not actually upgrading anything just yet. He will need an armory if he wants to do that. Ghost Academy is done here, and it looks like he did get extra ghost energy already, so that'll be good for dropping some EMPs in the next couple of encounters. He's got a few ghosts on the field already. We'll see how comfortable he gets massing this up. He probably won't even move again until he's maxed. But Tester is actually pretty close to maxed. 166 food. NaDa at 173. Both of these guys rebuilding very, very quickly. Taking a look at worker count once again. 59 probes against 52 SCVs and 4 mules. So income should... Holy crap, how did that happen? Oh, the numbers are skewed right now because Tester just transferred like a bajillion probes, and they're distance mining because this Nexus is not quite done yet. He is mined out of his main though, so he just transferred all of those ones from his main over to that gold. NaDa drops a scan there and saw a bunch of probes, got a little bit hungry there and started to move in, but did not want to press too far forward in case Tester was waiting for him. Oh, look at that, 5 free Marine kills. They did absolutely nothing. A gift from NaDa to Tester. NaDa still up on supply, 190 to 176. These Vikings are going to be caught just off by themselves. Oh man, very bad for NaDa, losing those 2 Vikings for no reason and those 5 Marines earlier. If he continues to give Tester these little advantages, of course he will not be in a good position to win this game. But he does have all these bases up now. This 4th base is becoming a planetary fortress. This flock of Phoenixes is just flying around, trying to decide what they want to do. Maybe they should fly over to the natural over here. There are no turrets up. They could score quite a lot of SCV kills. Oh, check this out. NaDa actually did a little drop here and is able to kill off a single Stargate before the Phoenixes are able to respond. Tester does clean that up pretty easily though, and now we have a little bit of movement here in the middle of the map. However, it looks like these guys aren't quite ready to butt heads just yet. Tester sitting at 182 supply, NaDa at 190. Single Phoenix watching this SCV build. Yet another command center for NaDa. So NaDa on 4 bases, 3 of them mining. Tester on 2 bases, only 2 of them... only 2 of them mining. But here we have a huge engagement. Colossi just shooting down everything. I have to give the edge to Tester here before this battle even really gets underway. Just look at all these crazy lasers flying all over the place. EMPs did go down there for NaDa, but look at all these shields still left on these Colossi. They're starting to go down, but there's still one standing, and all these Phoenixes are going to be able to use their graviton beams and lift up the remaining forces of NaDa. This Colossus might actually die. Oh, he does die to that very last couple of Marauders there. That is very interesting. So, wow. Actually, very, very even exchange there. Tester at 100 food, NaDa at about 100 as well. That could not have been very much more even. I really thought the Colossi were going to sweep up there, but NaDa did a great job actually focusing down those Colossi pretty quickly, and these Phoenixes have to be running dry on energy pretty soon here too. But I actually like the mobility of the Phoenixes a lot better than the mobility of NaDa's remaining Tier 1 units. Tester could actually be killing off some SCVs right now if he had started floating around the map. He's got vision of this base going up. Not going to be able to do anything to this base for a while just because of that planetary fortress. We'll see what Tester does with these Phoenixes as he starts to move around now. Take a look at that production tab real quick. You'll see there's a command center with no status there because that SCV is gone. That's kind of interesting. But another Nexus being dropped for Tester, so he's going to try and keep up. And yeah, what else is going on? More Ghosts, more Marines, more Marauders. Very surprising out of NaDa. Not really. We haven't seen any mech out of him just yet. Lots of Vikings and medevacs throughout the game, though. And what is Tester doing? He's getting another robotics facility now just to make even more Colossi that much quicker. And lots of idleless probes here, not SCVs, hanging around for Tester. So both of these players look like they're starting to be a little bit sloppy as this game gets into later stages. Not sure who is actually in an advantage right now. We have Psionic Storm researching now for Tester. It looks like he's trying to switch away from Colossi a little bit. He doesn't like the fact that NaDa's been building so many Vikings, but now NaDa has no Vikings in the air, and Tester has 12 Phoenixes, a Warp Prism. I'm not sure where that Warp Prism is. Actually, it's right here, so we'll see if he converts that into phasing mode ever in its life or not. These Phoenixes really have nothing to hit right now, but they do have Graviton Beam available, obviously, for the future. He should take out this SCV. He's actually killing off mules right now, which is always a great choice. Yeah, just basically waiting for both players to get comfortable with their army sizes again. That Warp Prism finally did turn into phasing mode, dropped a couple of Zealots there, so they will be out taking out that turret. Now the entire ground army of NaDa's moves in to take these out. That's pretty interesting. The whole ground force mobilizes to kill off a couple of Zealots. He didn't even get the Warp Prism kill, unfortunately for him. But Tester has decent map vision, not really great. He hasn't even really scouted in a long time. NaDa doesn't really have great map vision anymore like he did in the early game. He knows about this base but hasn't seen it in a while. It is fully saturated now. Worker count 64 against 61. Income should still be pretty close. Yeah, looks like Tester might even be a little bit ahead. There was a little bit of a little bit of movement there, but I don't think anything significant happened. We'll keep tabs on this army from now on. So yeah, right now I'm not really sure who to give an advantage to. Tester has 2-0 weapons for his ground army and 1-0 for his air. NaDa still sitting at 1-1. I'm not sure if he's built an armory yet. Yes, he must have, because weapons level 2 is about to complete here. Do see some movement now. A couple of Phoenixes were taken down, but now we have the big engagement. Storms going down. Colossi shooting their giant laser beams. No force fields, though, is pretty interesting. Looks like all of the sentries are busy doing Guardian Shield. There are a few Templars still on the field here. I think that was a positive exchange for Tester. 186 food against 166 now. So Tester, wow, getting max very quickly there with his warp ends somewhere on the map. He's got a lot of warp gates now. If I just double click here, we get 6 right away. He's making more Templar, more Colossi, lots and lots of splash damage for the ground against the heavy bio mix of NaDa. Not going to be switching into mech anytime soon, although he is getting siege tech and some tanks, so maybe I lied. But Vikings making another comeback here. How many Phoenixes does Tester still have alive? We'll check the units tab. 11 Phoenixes still flying around somewhere for Tester. I'm not sure where they're at. Oh, here they are, all clumped up right outside of his natural. Is the natural mined out? Yes, it is. Should be for yes, it should be for NaDa as well, and it is. So NaDa is actually on 3 bases now. Tester trying to get on his 4th base. He actually took this island at some point with his Warp Prism, so now he is mining very happily off of several bases. The income reflects that. He does have a slightly better mineral income and a much better gas income, actually. Kind of surprising. Sacking some Zealots now just to get a feel for the size of NaDa's army. Both of these guys just keep smashing into each other and getting back to max very quickly. Both players are at 200 supply. You don't want to stay max for very long, so we'll see what goes on here in the near future. This Warp Prism is dropped now. 2 more Zealots coming out, and it looks like a Storm drop. It must have been a Storm drop. 2 Templar morphing into an Archon now, helping kill off this Orbital Command, but all the Vikings show up for some reason by themselves, try and take out this Warp Prism, and it should be very easy to do. Yes, it is. Warp Prism goes down. These Zealots fighting SCVs. Archon just shooting an orbital command over and over. He's going to be going down pretty quickly here as well. He does manage to take out another SCV before he explodes into blue energy, though. Look at all these Colossi here. 6 Colossi. How many High Templar do we still have? 3. And they seem to have pretty good amounts of energy on each one of them. Cannons and pylons coming down at the Xel'Naga Tower. He wants to maintain this entire half of the map. And now NaDa has taken his own island with that natural expansion orbital command. He's distance mining gas from down here. That's pretty interesting stuff. But NaDa looks like he's on the move now. He doesn't want to stay max for too much longer. He's ready to go. Some EMPs go down there. I think he might have hit a sentry, but not much else. Storm goes down, but the Marines and Marauders get out of it very quickly, stim up, and try to chase down this Colossus. He does not want to lead with this Colossus in the red. Probably wants to move that to the back pretty quickly there. Upgrades rolling for both players during this fight. Lots of Phoenixes trying to take out the Vikings. Tanks sieging up now. Colossi moving in. Templar moving in. They must be out of energy, because why else would they be running to the front lines like that? They just get destroyed. Tester comes out victorious here in this big battle with 6 Phoenixes and 6 Colossi still alive. That is really all he needs. And you know, you can look at the supply and tell that he's way far ahead now. 151 against 97. Tester moving now with his remaining Phoenix and Colossi. Should be able to pick up this Marine pretty easily and kill him off. Instead, he's going to pick up the Siege Tank and pave the way for his Colossi to move in, start nuking things down. NaDa does still have a lot of production facilities, but so does Tester. He's able to do warp-ins from that Xel'Naga Tower. He had all those pylons there, so he is now starting to reinforce with Templar, Stalkers, Zealots, all kinds of stuff. And the extended range here with the 3-2 Colossi. Oh, Tester just rips through NaDa's base here. There are factories all over the place in just kind of weird spots outside this gold expansion, and now Tester is going to be victorious for game 1. That was a pretty interesting game, both players showing off their macro abilities, and that last big deciding battle, I have to believe it's because the upgrades were just slightly better, and in Tester's favor there. 3-2 Colossi are very, very nasty. Look how much damage they do. 21 damage times 2. Every laser sweep they do does that splash, so they're just nasty. And this red one didn't even go down. Where is he? There he is. Hero Colossus with 15 kills. All these Phoenixes, of course, very, very effective in that fight as well, taking out the Vikings, making sure that the Colossi can shoot away at the ground forces of NaDa. So now let's move into game 2, see if Tester can take out NaDa and move on to the round of 8, or if NaDa can come back and try and salvage this series once and for all.